Alright, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for that technical issue, but Rev's internet has gone on him, crashed on him. It's me, RSF1 Brundle, coming in, and hi Unity. End of Q2 it seems, so can we have a little rundown of what's happened?
Not much has happened. Ooh, Jace Lee, the AI's crashed.
He was in the top 10.
Oh no, just about to run through the order. Oh no. Another one. Oof. How unfortunate. Okay. In Q2, not much has happened really. Obviously we lost Falcon Legend, he got disqualified. I believe because he was parking on track. But the others we have lost is Element, DPS Racing, Top Notch, and people have qualified mediums when it's a wet race, which is very interesting.
Yeah, I have a little inside information of that. It's right at the start, only for about 20 minutes it says.
Is it light or heavy?
Apparently it's a one Wayne drop. Wayne with a W.
So it could start on dry, for all we know.
Yes. Yes, so there we go. There's your top 9 it would be, unfortunately for JS Lee. But Stinge looks quick, as does Easton. Tom Bresner went through on the medium tyres, interestingly. To see what that does for him. But, yeah. Here we go, so... Anyway, hello Unity.
Hello. First time we're doing comms scale, so this will be very interesting.
First time you're doing comms in general?
Yeah. Not doing a bad job.
Well, you have the knowledge, obviously, so...
This is going to be an interesting fight.
Who's your money on poll here, Unity?
I'm going to say Stingy. I don't think Moronics is looking too strong around here, if I'm honest. I believe Camo will get on the second row with him, but that's a bold prediction from me. Who do you think will get pole?
I'm kind of hoping the guy I was going to engineer Moronics will be on pole today, but he's not entirely confident about this track, Belgium. He's kind of looking for after Singapore. That's when his good tracks come into play, so he's kind of damage limitation these last few races, so it'll be up to him. Obviously the three for me, looking at the obviously the pace at the moment, you've got Easton, Bresner and Stinge setting the pace so far, but it's, as you know, Unity, this is all about pressure now. Who's going to nail the lap when it counts?
Especially around one of the longest circuits on the track. Calendar, oh my god, can't get words out. Yeah, it's very hard to keep the same lap altogether and improve, so that's going to be one task that the drivers have to navigate in this session.
Yeah, Stinge has left the session as his AI car comes out the pit. There has been a lot of that in this lobby. Although it happens from time to time. But who's going to be the first? It's going to be Moronics, our championship leader, coming into this. Do you want to take us through a hot lap of
sure,
around here?
I've done 2 already. I'll do another one. Just warming up his tyres. Obviously, tyre temperature is crucial around here. Especially going for a rouge, you do not want to lose the car touching the inside curb or even the outside if you're that aggressive. Okay, round the final corner he comes. Gets a nice exit, doesn't spin it too much. Going down to the first corner now, he needs to get a good exit, so he follows him all the way up to Radion. Gets the inside curb, and it's a nice exit now. He does a long run down to Radion. Will he lift off in a rouge or will he go flat out is the question. He was saying 8, touches the curb, touches the outside curb barely, and that's a long drag down to the right hander. What will his second one time be? it is going to be a 30-0, which has been on the pace. Gets a nice exit into a left-hander, back into a right-hander. He goes, oh, there's a bit wide. You want to be touching the curb. Into the right-hander he goes. Will he stay close to the curb? He does. Now you need to get a good exit in this left-hander, as it will follow you through the no corner name corner. That's, yeah. Now, a good exit is crucial because he carries a lot of speed. He does get a good exit. He does not touch the curb, which is crucial around here. Into the right-hander he goes. You want to just barely touch the curb, which he does. You want to get on the curb in that left-hander, but he stays off it. Now, into the right-hander he comes. His sector 2 at time will be a 1:16.2, so this is going to be up there. He's not been looking strong, but he's left his pace for Q3. And he does a long drag down to the bus stop chicane. He does not want to touch this inside curb, as it will spin you, which he does not. Keeps it safe. Now it's all about getting a good entry and a good exit out of the bus stop chicane. Touches the curb and just barely misses the inside one. Doesn't spin the car too much, and he is going to set a 1 minute 44.5, which is not bad in Q3.
Yeah, decent lap, but we have seen a couple in the 43s. So
Here comes Camo.
Like there.
Oh, Rhombus.
Oh, there you go, Rhombus 43.8.
Oh my god, what a quick lap. Camo
Yeah, we're on there.
Who is next? Bodo is next. Comes around. Ooh, that might be invalid. No, it's not. Rhombus.
5.7.
No one can match Rhombus.
The yeah, Easton's on a slow lap. Bresner's on a slow lap as well.
Ice
the best is coming round.
Okay, into the final chicane he comes. Nice exit. I do. It's gonna be a 44, I believe. Yes. Second,
yeah,
he goes. Stingy has sorted his
Rhombus. Yeah, so Rhombus in the Mercedes. Setting the early benchmark there, but Stinge and Bresner will both mess up in their laps, although they're going on a second lap now. Although Stinge, I think, is on the first lap. 29.7 first sector. That's very good pace.
That is a very good pace, indeed.
Porter also on a out lap, so looks to be 43. Is he going to be on pole? I think yesterday in in F2, obviously the division above was a 43.6 by the Magic Mark. So although I do always say that the cut-off point between every division is very small, so if you do see any of these guys beating an F2 time, then don't be too surprised, because it's just the way it is. No matter how you try to make divisions unity, is always going to be difficult. There's always going to be people that could compete in the higher one. Here comes Stinge.
It's going to be Stinge followed by Easton.
Yeah, Stinge into the bus stop. Oh,
interesting.
Okay.
Easton carries on. This could be a 43 this score. Yeah, 43.6.
Easton 43.6. Nice.
And that
very nice. Mr. T. Mr. T or Tabitsi, how are we doing, lads? We're doing fine. We're good now. What's the weather? Well, the weather is it's either going to be everyone's starting on intermediates at the start of the race, or it's going to be F1's Joker card or Trump card, which is start on dry tyres on a damp track, because it is one droplet of rain for the first 20 minutes in that little weather report you get. So flip a coin. Flip a coin, see what it comes up.
Okay, here comes Paul playing to sector 1. A 32. It's okay. It's not up there though. I believe he's only he's the only one on a lap at the moment.
Yeah. So what's So what's the kind of pressure that Stinge and Breslin are going to be under? Because they know deep down that they have the pace to be on the top 2 rows, judging by what they've done. But they've left themselves with 1 lap to go. What does that feel? I mean, I know how it feels, but how would you describe it? You got 1 lap to do it. Could potentially invalid.
Especially with it a wet start, it's going to be intense. If I was them, I would just be cautious on the lap. You don't want to be losing the car and starting 9th. Obviously, points aren't awarded in qualifying. It's all about the race, so you could argue you could sacrifice qualifying for the race. So we'll see what they do, aggressive or they will be safe, whichever one they want to do.
Yeah, here comes Porter coming up to the end of the lap. Lovely pink helmet he has on that Toro Rosso. Coming to the bus stop chicane. Nicely done as he goes over the curbs. Yeah, decent lap actually in the 44s, I think. Yeah, 44.6 goes P5.
You might be able to get another lap in if he's quick.
Yeah, 3 minutes to go. Rhombus on 3 minutes has left that very, very tight to get back out again.
Yes,
just into the pits on 3 minutes.
And this is a stage where we just wait for the cars to come out of the garage and set another time.
Yeah, Ice the best gone out relatively early. Q3, another question for you. Would you sort of leave it like to the last minute, or do you go out with 3 minutes to go, so you get the clean track, or do you go out with the majority right towards the end?
I would go out earlier. You don't, because obviously you go out later, track evolution, but it's not really going to gain you much time as you think. So I would just go out earlier if I was these drivers.
Get less distraction that way as well.
Exactly. Okay.
Right, so old Moronics. I saw something fly off there. No, Moronics is alright. I saw something fly off the bottom of Moronics' car. Ice the best is going to begin his attack on the front 2. Rhombus is... Yeah, both Rhombus and Easton are both coming out. Easton has left it really to the last second.
That's going to be tight. Ooh.
A couple more things in the chat. Scotsman79 said this is good to watch. Good to see how the faster guys go through the corners. Yeah. Oh, what's that? Ice Best, he's lost it. At Eau Rouge, he's gone. Oh.
That's what I was saying. You can't be that too aggressive. Oh no. That is unfortunate.
You might see him drop down the field as well a little bit more. Third minimum for Ice the Best.
The positive is
just lost
he knows
it.
he has a pace. He knows he has a pace.
Yeah. Right, so he's going to be next.
Comic.
Let's have a look. Oh, Breslin's on a lap.
Oh yeah, he is. Ooh. Yes, he keeps it clean.
Rapids, Y9 and Q3, because somebody crashed. Oh no, because JS Lee, it's that annoying glitch where JS Lee was already through, but his AI car crashed, which means he got eliminated, because the game is like that. Oh, Porter's retired? So that might be a bit late now.
I don't think he's going to get another lap in. Let's see what we're on next.
Right.
Second one to 20. Oh, he has matched the quickest first sector. That is interesting.
Flaming in the chat's now saying Bresner for pole on his lap at the moment. He's got 1 lap to do it, 1 mistake. He's not going to get it. It looks really good so far. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming up to Blanchimont now. 15.7 middle sector. He does. Oh no! He drops it. Oh,
that's the
too greedy.
Leaving it at the end. Oh no!
Oh, he's out.
A lot of drivers. The pressure is getting to them. Oh, Easton! No. Oh no! Easton hits the. Oh no! A lot of people are struggling. Easton won't be improving. He has hit the wall.
Moronics is half a second up. Championship lead has shown his medal.
Leaving it to the last second.
Yeah. So Easton is done. So it'll be Rhombus again. Oh, she got Stinge as well. coming through towards the end. But here comes Moronix. He's got no more time left. This is going to be his time. Can he get onto the front row? Alongside Easton, crosses the line. 43.9. No! He goes third but misses out on the front row by a 10.
Here comes Bodo.
And Bodo goes fifth. This place is Bodo. I
think it's Camo next. Yes, it is.
Keeping an eye on Rhombus because he's a 10th up. He could nick pole away from Easton.
Here comes Stingy. Rhombus, actually.
Rhombus.
Oh, yes!
Oh, he gets it!
Oh, only just. Stingy, what's he going to do? Invalid his lap.
Valid.
Oh,
no.
That is the risk of leaving it to end the session.
There you go, Rhombus on the very last few.
Easton.
Yeah, Easton's in the pits, it's fine. So Easton, one of the very last few laps of the session, and he sticks it in by 200ths over. Well, not even that, it's 1500ths ahead of Easton. But as we were both saying, Unity, Stinge and Bresner, they both had the pace to be up there, but leaving it too late, there's too much pressure. Bresner, too greedy before he came onto Blanchimont, just hit the curb on the inside. After spinning from what looked like a very good lap, and then Stinge just invalidated somewhere. There, yeah. Right, so there's the top 9. Take us through it.
Rhombus getting pole only just by 16 milliseconds on Easton. Then the championship leader Moronix with him on the same boat as Eyes the Beast. Bodo in 5th, Camo in 6th, Porter 7th, and the two that did not set a lap is Stingy and Bresner.
There we go, and unfortunately we never saw what JSC could have done. Fortunate glitch that it's really frustrating. But here's the biggest question: is it raining at the start, and is it dry tyres or intermediates? It is intermediates. Right, so anybody that went on mediums or qualified through on mediums, completely gone. Completely gone. Oh, so that throws in something else as well, strategy. Obviously I had the insight that it should only last 20 minutes, or, well, the game says that, but how many laps is 20 minutes, and does it go on for 20 minutes?
It's all about how much the track dries. It could stay a damp track and stay on the inter tyres for all we know.
Intermediates, they are very high wearing as well, aren't they? So
yeah, we could see a start. Someone might gamble and stay on the same set for the whole session.
Yeah, I don't think the intermediates will. Wets do. I don't think intermediates do. Not on a track like this either, where it's quite long. I think obviously if the rain continues, the longer the rain continues, obviously that's when strategy and the gamble, as you say, do you stay out? Do drivers pit? Obviously, when it's going to be about tyre wear, really, keeping your tyres in check until the dry period comes, and then what tyre do you put on as well. So
the first challenge they're going to navigate is Eau Rouge in the wet with the dirty air. That's going to be one hell of a challenge.
Yeah, and obviously, I'm sorry to bring this up, but obviously in the dry, F1 on Tuesday needed to have 2 goes at it, so
let's hope that's not this time around.
Yeah, so see how these guys can go through an intermediate, which is actually, this is the only wet race that we've seen this week. I think.
I was wanting that.
Yeah, because F4 had raining at the end. F2 was dry all the way through. Yeah, so yeah, F3's got the opposite of last night.
That's interesting. Wish I watched that race.
Right, so who's the ones to look out for? Braver Container, apparently. He's been showing some good pace in practice. Obviously, a wet start can completely throw that out. Bresner looked good. Stinge looked good in the dry. So I think these first 10 laps, I'd say, first 8 to 10 laps, are probably about survival, and we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
Being well behaved, they're not readying up.
Yeah. I'm not pointing anyone out here, but F1 and F2, I believe, got laid up early, which was a disadvantage for them.
Yeah. F1 had the same guy twice in both takes of the race, so. Oh dear, but of course, obviously, those who are new to the league, if you do ready up before the designated host, and you do know who they are, well, at least you should, you get told, but that is a straight up penalty. First time you do it multiple times, then your future of the league is under threat.
It is. Ooh.
Now, here's another thing as well. Do you think, because obviously the tactic here is obviously Eau Rouge and Radion is going to be the danger zone, especially in the wet. Do you think any of these guys put a little bit of extra rear wing just to cope with these conditions, or do you think they'll stay the same?
I feel like they'll stay, especially if you're behind the car. It's just the dirty air. It's just going to affect you too much. It doesn't matter what you do to the car. That dirty air will get you, and it will even put you in the wall if you're not cautious enough, which is not what we want to see, because F1 had that unfortunate disaster. So let's not hope for the same today.
I'm actually thinking at this point, I know they're well behaved, but this is starting to get a little bit ridiculous.
I wonder who the host is. I did not check.
I didn't check either. Someone ready up. I mean, at this point, whoever it is, if it's not lobby host, I mean, they can get away with it because it's been what, 3 minutes.
I feel like someone's gonna gamble. I feel like someone will gamble and go on the softs at the end of the session. If it's damp enough, that's what I think.
You know what I'd love, like even the next game or the game after, you had the option, even in online races like this, to start from the pit lane, or start on tires that aren't fit for the conditions, right?
Oh, so, that would be an amazing feature.
Like for if you knew that it's going to be like raining really heavily in like 2 laps, but you're willing to risk starting on full wets, or just darting into the pits, you can like do it in a formation lap. Like they give you the option, like a button comes up, like, do you want to pit? Do you want to pit on some tires or whatever?
One thing I want them to add is quick pit stops during qualifying, because that is being an issue for the last couple of games, especially with tracks like Belgium. I mean, finally.
I mean,
Isaac
there
the
we go,
Beast.
finally. Jeez.
Took their time.
4.5 minutes? God. Yeah, Flaming said F3 wait 5 minutes for people to be ready. Well, you could have told me that before. You know. Right. Plenty of people watching. 27 viewers.
Nice.
Watching. Hi Jake Paul, I'm waving. You can't see me waving, but there's a wave. He said give us a wave, comms.
Hello.
Right, here we go.
Okay. Should I run
right,
through the
so
formation
do you want to take us through the grid?
Yes, I will. Starting last is Braver Container, who I believe did not set a time in Q1, which was unfortunate for him. Old Manzies, he is starting 17th after tying early in Q1, thinking safe, but Bodder eliminated him. Fulham is 16th, 40 is 15th, and his 5 teammates is ahead of him, so maybe, just maybe, they might fight, or team order might come into it. 13th, a fellow hash driver, is top notch. 12th, DPS Racing in the McLaren. Element Snow is starting 11th. Chase Lee, who didn't be able to take part in Q3 because of a game bug, he starts 10th. Resne, who didn't set a lot of time in Q3, the pressure got to him. Dingy, 8th, he happened to not set a lot as well. 7th is Porter in the Toro Rosso. He is on the same road with Camo in the Renault. Otto starts 5th in the other McLaren. Eyes the Beast couldn't set another lap in Q3, so he starts 4th. The championship leader, Moronic, starts 3rd, hoping to increase his lead in here at Belgium today. 2nd is Eastern, and 1st on pole position, only just, is Rombus in the Mercedes.
There we go, nicely done. Right, so
40 has hit the braking sign.
right, so I'm thinking for the first lap between us, if I do the first lap, stay out the front, if you keep an eye on the back, we'll get through the first lap, whatever happens, and once, obviously, the leaders come out to the first lap, if I turn to you and you give me like a rundown of anybody that had to pit for damage, or has damage, or etc. So,
one thing to tackle here is Jay Slim with Resna. They got disqualified for formation lap. They are going to be on cold tyres. That's not what they need.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to be great. As Rhombus brings the rest of them round, those that behaved correctly in the formation lap. It's 2, which is good, so here we go. Let's see if I can get a good camera out of this, because they never give me a good camera.
It always gives you from the back of the car, which is kind of naughty.
What I've got is like a trackside one. I'm like 5 feet away from them. No matter what. Oh, there we go. That's better. Rhombus. That's perfect. That's the cars are all lined up. And here we go for round 13 of the season. So we can get through these first few corners cleanly in the first lap or two as well. There's a very long hold on the lights, but lights out and away they go. Rhombus gets a decent start over East. Is anybody going to be lunging up on the inside? There's a Red Bull and a Toro Rosso right up there as well. And Isaac has done a great start. He's past Easton.
And Manzi, oh no.
Yeah, but Rhombus has kept the lead. Top Notch is gone. And oh, and Isaac, he's crashed again at Eau Rouge. And there's another car off as well. Oh no! Big crash. That's multiple cars. Oh, that's the same as F1.
Oh no!
Oh, that's how many? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the first lap. Yep.
I don't want to say it, but I think it's going to be a
restart, guys.
It was all of us, but we have to follow the rules.
Yeah. Yeah. If you could join. I know whose party would be best.
I think Camo.
But yeah, that's a straight up restart.
Yeah, I was trying.
Why? 2 times in a row. Is it me? Is it me streaming and me commentating? Because I did this in F1.
You are the curse.
You are the curse, right. Right, you know the protocol, guys. F1 had the same, so we are going to be restarting the race from that. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's exactly the same. No, exactly the same. F1 had 4 plus 1 in the first corner. This had 5 plus 1 in the first corner. So
conditions.
Yeah, that's going to be troublesome as well. Right, we will have things sorted, guys.
Alright, I'll quickly join Camo.
I'm going to stop the stream. We'll stop the stream, and in about, give us 10-15 minutes, we can have the race set up. So, see you in a bit.